Jordan Porter. I've been with the Wentzville Fire Protection District for 6 going on 7 years now. I worked for the City of Kirkwood Fire Department before that. I've been in the fire service about 10 years. I love what I do. I'm married. I got 4 lovely kids. My wife Kylie takes care of me at home. I enjoy every bit of this job. I really didn't know what I wanted to do after college. I played a lot of sports when I was younger, all through school, and when I got done, I sort of fell into the job. I went and got my EMT license. I found that I actually liked being around the firehouse and the ambulance house because it's kind of like being part of a locker room mentality. It's kind of family oriented. Once I spent 24 hours in one of those facilities, I knew it's something I want to do for the rest of my life. We are trained to almost take care of anything. When they call, we can get calls for almost anything. It could be a water rescue, a trench rescue, a high-angle rescue, obviously fires, car crashes. Here in Wentzville, where we live, it's very unique because we're at an intersection of 2 of the most major highways in the United States. So we run a really high majority of car crashes, semi-trucks. There's even facilities that make titanium in Wentzville that you never know about. So hazmat type stuff. We train on almost everything, almost on a monthly basis to kind of mitigate any call that we come across, from a cat in a tree to a duck in the sewer, all the way to multiple house fires at once. As a fireman, it's something you don't realize when you get started, but our shift schedule is a little unique. So you're going to sacrifice holidays with your families, you're going to sacrifice some of your kids' games when they're younger, but every time you sacrifice, you gain a little bit of that time off that you wouldn't. So we work 48-hour shifts, so we're on for 2 days and then we're off for 4. So it's a perpetual 6-day cycle here at Wentzville Fire. It doesn't matter what, as I said, 6 days, it doesn't matter what day. When it's your duty day, you're on duty. Could be Christmas, could be Christmas Eve, could be Thanksgiving, could be your son, daughter's birthday, but you got to show up to work. And then when you're off, you're off. So when you get done with a serious call and you look at the guys next to you and you realize how hard they worked and you look out and you either saved a life or you mitigated someone's worst day, and you're looking around all the guys and you think to yourself, man, we did this together. There's no greater feeling than that. Mental toll, like I said, you kind of numb the big stresses out. Like I said, the stress of calls, the stress of seeing someone on their worst day, that stuff doesn't really bother you on a daily basis because you see it a lot. But there is a eustress. You can come in here and not run a single call for 24 hours and go home. And there's still a decompressing period you have to adjust when you're around your family, if that makes sense to you. It's hard to explain when you're not in the fire service, but when you go home, you got to reacclimate, like, hey, I'm not at the firehouse anymore. I'm at home with my family and my kids and other stuff, so I need to get used to being dad mode and flip that switch off from being a firefighter here and being a family man at home. It's a little bit hard to do sometimes.